So variables in Go now. Like before, we always have our package main. Then I have my import statement which imports fmt package. Then I also have this body of codes here. So we are talking about variables here now. So there are various ways in declaring variables in Go. How can I declare and define a variable? I can declare a variable using this var and also declare a variable without the var keyword there. So how can I declare a variable using the var keyword? I can first define the variable without initializing it with any value, such as var, this is the name of the variable, which is area. Then what type does my variable have? According to our data type, I have float 64 here. So my variable area is of float 64 type, which is the type of my variable is float 64. That is defining a variable using the var keyword. What about defining and declaring a variable, that is initializing it with a value? I have the var keyword, then the variable name, which is my number. Here I use camel case naming convention, and I have my data type, which is integer here. Then what value is assigned to my num? It is 50. Here I have without using the var keyword, which is inference type in Go. It will take the type from the value, then assign it to the third variable. So my third here is having colon, then equal to 60. Colon equal to is a variable type that take the type of the value from the value that is being assigned to it. I can also have something like I can also have like my string, then I also name it using that conversion. My string is equal to message. So this is for string. This is for string. It's also a variable name, my string. So I assign a value to it, which is message here. Why this my string will take the type string from the value that is being assigned to it, which is string value. That's why I have var my string, then string, using this string. So the data type is string. If I should remove this and I put something like 5, it will bring something out like, say, data type is int. So using this method, it's infer the data type from the value of the variable, and there is no way I will do the same thing I have done like before. There's no way I will do the same thing I have done like before, like defining the variable first before initializing the variable. There's no way I can do that using that type of variable declaration. I have to assign the value to it so that it can the compiler can decide on which type the value will be having. So I also have mixed variable declaration. Like I have here on line 10, I have var sec radius is equal to 47.0. As according to my comment here, it says multivariable declaration of different types. Okay, what is this trying to say? It means I can also have something like this, var, then maybe x, then y, giving it a type, then I say is equal to, let's say, 3 and 6. So this is also a way I can declare multiple variable with the same data type int, by declaring it here that these two are int data type. So without stressing myself, okay, let me put the comment here and say the multivariable that is a multivariable multivariables with the same data types. So this is a multivariable on the same line with the same data type, declaring that they are of integer data type. Why my on line 11 now, I don't have the data type being declared, which means for each value for sec, it will take the data type from the value that was passed to it. Let's see, as I have here var sec 40, it says multivariable declaration of different types, while radius is also of value 7.0. So that is how to declare variable and assign value to them. I'll be using them in our code, but before I get down to that, let's talk about constant data type. Constant data type can be of any basic data type. Let's say for instance, it can be of float, it can be of integer. But while declaring a constant data type, it means the value of the variable, which is 3.143, will be unchanged throughout the program. So using this keyword const define the constant variable pi. Whereas according to convention, we name our variable name constant variable type using a capital letter convention. I can decide to put it in small letter, but to be able to differentiate it and identify it easily from other data type or from other variable, I use all capital letter. So here it says untyped float, which means it already took the data type from the value that is being passed to it, which is untyped float, which is float. So that is about constant data type. So now let us look at the application of these variables in our code. I would like to comment this out because I didn't use it in my code. That is why it is highlighting it and saying, okay, X is declared but not used. Y is declared but not used. But to avoid this issue, let me just comment it out since I don't necessarily need it, but it is there to just show that okay, I can also declare a variable of the same type on the same line, giving the type explicitly, while without the type I can give different value to it. So now for my area here, it's just been defined without being given any value. I can give it value here, area of a circle. Okay, giving the value here, area is equal to what is the value of my area is now determined by pi, which is 3.143 multiplied by radius, which is what I have here, radius, which is 7.0 multiplied by radius. According to our formula for area of a circle, it means pi r square, which is pi multiplied by radius and radius. So for my print statement, we are already familiar with FMT package, which have println method. My num is my num, that is the value of my num variable. The value of my num variable is 50. That's what will be printed to the screen. Then this one says my sec is sec, which is the value of sec is 40. My third is third, which means the value of third is 60. That is the output that will be there. My third is 60. My sec is 40, while my num is 50. So let's look at what else will be printed to the screen. It says printf my area is okay. What do we mean by 6.2f as a format specifier? Without this 6.2f, let's look at what the code will give, which is this is a format specifier. That's why I use printf, print formatted output, which is using printf here. So I make sure that I'm inside my directory, which is I make sure I'm inside my directory. So I move into variables directory, variables folder. So I do cd variables. So I'm now in the folder. I list the files that I have there. So I use variables.go. I use go run variables.go. So once I have this run, the value of everything. Oh no, this is not what I wanted to run. What happened here is that I compiled another file. So let me clear my screen. clear, and we start again. So I use go run. What file am I trying to run? Variable, but not variable scope, just variable according to our file name, variable.go, according to the file name that I have here. Oh, variables. So I have s variables.go. So that is what I'll be compiling in my program. But first of all, let me come here and save what I have here. Then I come back here to execute this. So executing this, it prints out my values, which is my norm is 50. Yes, according to what we have. My sec is 40. Then it says my third is 60. Then it says my area is 154.007000. Okay, so this is long decimal. What? It's too long. I don't really need such decimal, so I can now adjust that using some things here, which means point 2. Using point 2 means 2 precision. That's after the decimal point. I only need two numbers, two digits behind the decimal point, which will approximate this. Okay, let's see the effect of that. I will run my program. I will compile. So my output is now 154.01. 154.01. So that is about Go variables. Multi-line declaration. I have multi-line declaration, and I also have a constant variable type. So one thing again, one very interesting thing is that I can also declare my variable outside, which is var, let's say x is equal to 20. Okay, no error returned, no error. But what if I want to use the other type? Let's say y is this the other type of variable declaration. Let's say 15. Wow, it's I like this and say that there's an error. Expected declaration found y syntax. It's found this syntax instead of declaration of var, which means there's no way I can declare this type of variable outside a function. Outside a function, it have to be in a block. So let's take this out of our code. That is just for explanation purpose. Okay, so that is about that here. Thank you.